Hello students, welcome to the chemistry class. I hope all are safe being in your homes. Bible verse says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Proverbs 3:5. Children, whatever the situation, always trust in the Lord. 7th standard chemistry. We are doing our first chapter. The name of this chapter is Matter and its Composition. This is the session 2 video. In our first session video, we have completed what is matter. Matter means nothing but anything that occupies space and has mass is said to be matter. And then we have seen about states of matter. There are 3 states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. Then we have seen the properties for the states of matter, that is solid, liquid and gas. In today's class, we are going to learn the following topics. They are change in state of matter, that is from solid to liquid and liquid to gas, or vapors differ from gases, composition of matter, element, atoms and molecules, and at last we will be learning about chemical bonding. Children, we all know what is states of matter. In our previous class itself, we have learned the 3 states of matter. They are solid, liquid and gas. The first topic we are going to discuss in this video is change in state of matter. The change in state of matter means nothing but the matter will change from one state to the another, that is from one physical state to the another. For example, solid to liquid, liquid to gas, or gas to liquid and liquid to solid. So this is called as interconversion of state. Example is water. The first interconversion we are going to see here is solid to liquid interconversion. Let us imagine that I am taking an ice cube and I am just heating it. What happens? The solid ice cube will be converted into liquid. So as solid is heated, it will vibrate and release energy, and so molecules become liable and solid melts down. And this temperature at which solid melts is known as boiling point. So the temperature at which solid melts and it becomes liquid is called melting point. Some of the melting points are given here. For ice cube, the melting point is 0 degree Celsius, and for carbon it is 3550 degrees Celsius. For aluminium it is 660 degrees Celsius, and for iron it is 1535 degrees Celsius. So children, remember the temperature at which solid is converted into liquid is said to be melting point. Similarly, when we cool this liquid, it will change into solid. For example, when we cool ice, that is water, it will be converted into ice cube. So here the liquid form is converted into solid form. And this temperature at which the water changes from liquid to solid is said to be freezing point. So as cooling, molecules loses energy and liquid solidifies. So the example that we have taken is water. So here the freezing point as well as the melting point of liquid will be same. For water also the freezing point and the melting point are same. It is 0 degree Celsius. So the melting point means conversion from solid to liquid, that is the temperature at which solid changes to liquid is called as melting point, and the temperature at which liquid changes to solid is called freezing point, and they both have the same melting and boiling point. So this shows that substance will exist in solid state only below and in liquid state above melting point. For example, solid substance like carbon, aluminium, iron, silver. So when we melt these solid substance, the melting point will be higher than the room temperature. For example, liquid substance like water, ethyl alcohol, mercury, acetone. When we melt, their melting point will be lower than the room temperature. So, for solid substance, the melting point will be higher than the room temperature, and for liquid substance, the melting point will be lower than the room temperature. So till now we have seen solid to liquid interconversion. The next interconversion is from liquid to gas. When the liquid is heated, it forms bubbles. You would have observed in your homes, when you heat water, after some time you will be able to see the water gets boiled and the bubbles will be formed on the top of the water. And this temperature is said to be the boiling point. So boiling point means the temperature at which a liquid starts to boil. In liquid to gas conversion, we can see gas bubbles. On heating, the molecule substance still moves far apart. The intermolecular force becomes weaker. So for water, the boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius. Children, remember, for water the melting and freezing point is 0 degrees Celsius and boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius. And the boiling point of ethyl alcohol is 78 degrees Celsius and for glycerin 290 degrees Celsius. Without heating also, water will slowly evaporate. For example, when you keep water in under sunlight, you will be able to observe that the water level will be lower as time passes. So the water will directly evaporates as it kept in the under sunlight. Some substance exists in liquid state below its boiling point. So when gas cooled, it will change into liquid below its boiling point, and this is called as condensation or liquefaction. So when cooled gases molecules comes closer, the intermolecular force will be higher and gas becomes liquid. So condensation means gas is converted into liquid, and this process is said to be condensation. So on cooling gas, it will be converted into liquid. Our vapors differ from gases. This is the next topic. Here we have to tell that vapor and gases are different or they are same. Basically, vapors are same as gases. They both are in gaseous state. Substance ordinarily exist in gaseous state. They are said to be gas. For example, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide. So these are the gases which exist in gaseous form naturally. Some substance ordinarily exist in solid and liquid or called vapor. So some substance they will exist both in solid and liquid form, and when we heat or do any changes, it will be converted into vapor. For example, sulfur and water. Sulfur will be converted into sulfur vapor and water is converted into water vapor. So when we boil water, we get water vapor. Some solids vaporize without melting called sublimation. So some solids will directly converted into gaseous form, and this process is said to be sublimation. For example, hair freshener slowly becomes smaller. So we all have hair freshener in our home. It will be in solid form. As days goes on, the solid will become smaller. So this says that the solid gets evaporated. Some more examples are naphthalene, camphor, sublimes at room temperature. Iodine and ammonium chloride sublime when heated. So sublimation means solid will directly converted into vapor, whereas condensation means gas will be directly converted into liquid. So these are the interconversion of states. The next concept we are going to see is the composition of matter. We have already know what is matter. Everything that we look around us is made of matter. So matter is anything which occupies mass and has space is called matter, and this matter is composed of elements. So the definition for element is a substance that cannot be split into simpler substance by a chemical means is called an element. So we cannot split this element into simpler substance by means of chemical, and such type of substance is said to be element. For example, gold, carbon, oxygen, silver, aluminium, hydrogen, nitrogen, oxygen, sulfur, iron, copper, etc. And this element is represented by the symbol. So here you can see the symbols for each element. For hydrogen it is represented by H, and nitrogen it is represented by N, oxygen O, fluorine F, chlorine Cl, bromine Br, iodine I, carbon C, sulfur S, phosphorus P. So these are the few examples for element and their symbols. When two or more elements combine, they form a compound. The next subtopic we are going to see is compound. We know what is element. So it is a smallest substance which cannot be split into simpler one. And when we combine two or more elements, they form a compound. And this compound can be split into its constituent element by chemical means. So compound means we can split it into element. So basically compound is made of element. The definition for compound is a substance that can split into simpler substance by a chemical means is called compound. For example, water. So in water, it is the combination of hydrogen and oxygen. The formula for water is H2O. So 2 hydrogen and one oxygen they combine and they form H2O, and we can also split this hydrogen and oxygen separately. Similarly, another example is carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide is made up of two elements. One is oxygen, another is carbon. So two oxygen and one carbon, they combine together and they form a compound carbon dioxide. The next subtopic is atoms and molecules. The definition of atom is the smallest part of an element that takes part in chemical reaction. When we divide an element further and further, we get a stage where particle cannot be divided, and this part is called atom. So let us imagine that you are taking an element and we are dividing it. So when we divide further and further, or else we can take an example of paper. When we cut the paper further into smaller pieces, we will reach a stage where we will not be able to cut the paper into smaller tiny particle, and that small piece is said to be atom. So the definition of atom is the smallest part of an element that takes part in chemical reaction, and this atom will not exist independently. So this atom will depend on the other atom. So it does not exist independently. The next definition is about molecule. So molecule means it is the smallest part of an element or a compound that is capable of independent existence. So here molecule can exist independently, whereas atom cannot exist independently. So two or more atom will combine and form a molecule, and they are also represented by the formula, and it also indicates the number of atom of the same or different element constituting the molecule. So molecule means it is made up of two or more elements. For example, hydrogen. So here you can see the first example, hydrogen, where it is made up of two hydrogen atom and it has the symbol of H2. The next example is nitrogen, where it is made up of two atoms, that is we call it as nitrogen molecule, where it is made up of two nitrogen atoms and it has the symbol N2. Next is chlorine molecule. It is also made up of two atoms and the symbol is Cl2. The next one you are seeing is O3. The name is ozone and it is made up of three oxygen atoms. So these are the few examples for molecule. And this molecule of compound is also represented by the formula which I have already said. Here you can see water. The formula of water is H2O. So here we have two hydrogen and one oxygen combine and they form a molecule. Similarly, ammonia. The formula is NH3, which means it has one nitrogen and three hydrogen atoms. I hope you all understood what is atom and molecule. So atom will not exist independently, whereas molecule can exist independently. The last topic we are going to see is what holds atom together. That is what holds together atoms and molecules. So in order to hold this atom and molecules together, we need a force of attraction, and this is said to be the chemical bonding. So chemical bond is nothing but the force that holds any two substance in molecule together is called a chemical bonding. So chemical bonding is much stronger than the intermolecular force. So chemical bonding means the force of attraction that hold atom together. Children, in today's class we have seen change in state of matter. Under that we have seen from how the solid is converted into liquid and liquid is converted into gas, and then we have also learned about what is condensation, which means gas is converted into liquid, and then we have seen sublimation where solid is converted into gaseous form. Then we have seen vapors differ from gases. So gases which are naturally occur in gaseous state are said to be gases, and substance which are in solid and liquid and on heating it forms the vapor. Then we have seen composition of matter. Under that we have seen about element, compounds, atoms and molecules, and then at last we have learnt about chemical bonding. So by this topic we are completing this first chapter. Students, I hope you all have understood the concept. The assignment for this video session is explain about liquid gas interconversion, define atom and molecule, give example, state element, what is chemical bonding. Children, you have to learn all these questions and you have to write it in your note. Meet you all in the next video. Thank you, children.